Hey folks, and welcome back to MusicalConman Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Today, we are going to, once again, see if we can unlock anything towards our last couple achievements, complete this save file for good. I think since last time we had a bit of a disappointing run, which won, but didn't actually unlock anything off the checklist, we're going to go ahead and try another greed mode run. Let's see if we can redeem our blue baby greed mode, which, we have successfully done before in this save file, and still it's not going to recognize that. Tears up is a good fill. A penny is a good poop. Man, it just strikes me so regularly how bizarre the sentences you say in this game are. Like, it's pretty obvious that most of us would be not happy, probably surprised even, to poop out a penny in real life. And I think I'm the first one to make the observation that sometimes the stuff in this game sounds a little weird and gross. It's very, very funny. Actually, though, I do quite like this game's gross sense of humor. It really does. When you've played it so long that all the words associated with it start to become their own thing, you forget just how bizarre it's going to sound to anyone who isn't familiar with it. Okay. Like I've talked about in the past, we've managed to take out all the enemies in a given pipe. Those little bomb spewers, I'm actually going to try not to kill that one for a bit, because it can kill the other things, and right now we're a little overloaded with other things. But you can see we eliminated all the corn flies first. No good. Now we're eliminating. Then we did all the spiders, then all those. Finally, we just got a couple of these, then whatever comes up next. Okay, this is a lot of different types of things. In the genre of jump. I guess I'll try and take out these head crabs since they're the most aggressive and the easiest to track down. And this, since there's only one of it. That portal is very dangerous. Luckily, the first one just instantly went away. Fun fact, when the portals were first introduced into the game, they never automatically destroyed themselves. They would just keep spawning enemies until you killed it. And it was patched to be different because it became a situation where, if every 5 seconds it's spawning an enemy with 10 health or 20 health or whatever, and I need to dodge. And you just don't have the capacity to deal that much damage in 5 seconds if you've just got a bad item, bad luck, whatever you got going on. It's possible to end up in a situation where you can't hit it because there's too many enemies in the way, and the room fills up with bad stuff, and there's just nothing you can do but die in that room because a single void happened to be in it, and you couldn't instantly take care of it with a bomb or something. And that's not fun. The game generally tries to avoid any room where you have no choice but to die. Speaking of no choice, I had a lot of choices about running out of the way of that, but I was talking. Okay. Let's, at the very least, not die to a pretty easy boss fight. You can see I'm trying to take out the little one first, if I can, because the big one, it's always just a... Talking is great and useful. Okay, this is a lot of HP. The good news is, this is a lot of HP. The bad news is, this will probably encourage complacency and I'll get hit a lot. I'm resisting the temptation to reset until I get a damage item I like to start off. I'm not going to do that, because if I start feeling the temptation to do that, it's probably time to play something besides greed mode. Yes, there totally is the possibility of taking damage and hitting the button in order to pause the wave. And I have a hard time doing that, because I think you get slightly less money that way, and I have such a hard time accepting anything less than optimal, when realistically, taking a bunch of damage is not optimal. But I just like getting the theoretically best possible thing, even if it's not at all what actually happens. Okay, those are annoying. but not a threat. That was a little close. And if I can kill... Uh-oh. One of these, gotta get rid of it. Had it down to one enemy left, but couldn't quite kill it in time to get rid of these stone thingies. However, I think we can do it this time. That was a bit of a display. Oh, so close. We'll be blocking those shots. They're not causing us that much of a nuisance, but I don't think we are going to be able to get rid of them now anytime in the near future, and these next few raids might become a bit of a problem, especially with more stone giants. I mean, I'll tell you the plus about more stone giants is they're not more enemies. The minus about more stone giants is they're everywhere. Okay, let's get rid of the spawners. That's a good spawner. The problem is it makes it hard to kill anything because as soon as we stand in one spot for too long, our whole shot is full of big stone walls that we can't do anything about. But okay, that was bad dodge. Okay. That was a bit of a surprise, I think. I don't know if I've had a room with so many stone, I think it's stone fatty is what they call them, at once. It's kind of exciting. Just I feel so popular, you know? The problem is I can't run away from enemies and just shoot them if they follow me like I like to do, because, you know what else is following me? Oh, Jesus. A giant block of stone walls that I can't walk through. And can't shoot through. Okay. Blocking all my shots. Okay. Here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm saying this aspirationally. Oh, Jesus. Sweet Lord. Okay, we hit it. I wonder how long it is sitting around with one hit left. This time let's actually do what I think we just didn't do last time because I was talking. Before we fight the boss, buy a key and get an item. Okay, that's not really very helpful long term, but it at least provides a tiny amount of marginal help in the very immediate short term. So Rainbow Baby, it's a familiar that doesn't do anything significant amount of damage. All it does is it shoots a random type of tier, which can sometimes cause a status effect. I think we want to let this little haunt chase us and kill the big ones before we get the haunt spawn. The main boss will not spawn until we kill that little one, and then the two more come after it. Oh, that was... How did all those poops get there? I definitely didn't place any of them. Actually, I think the enemy spawned up. I cannot kill that while I'm directly above the boss because it will move quickly up and hit me. I have taken a lot of damage, but I still have enough health to W if it doesn't 100% itself, and I don't keep doing things like that. Okay. Come on, then. Maybe we should shoot from here. That's another step, is to stay far enough back and angle your shots so that you're not actually in line with the boss, but slightly behind it. Okay, I think we do want that double deal. Okay, this is not bad. I'm gonna break all the poops first. So that as the room fills up with things, we've got some room to dodge. So the rule for fighting Envy is kill the smallest one first, that way you get the minimum possible number of things on screen at once, because if you kill all the big ones at once, it's what? Doubles to doubles to doubles. So big one into 2, medium ones into 2, then those into more. It's like 16 things you can get, I think. Yeah, 2, 4. No, is it just 8? I think it might just be 8. Either way, I can't do that today. I don't want to try, but the point is you can do a lot of things, or you can have less things. These are both good items, and we want to think about what we want to take. I think Horror... No, that's Spirit of the Night, not Horror Babylon. That's just going to be flying. Almost got me there. Rotten Baby is just going to spawn blue flies. that deal damage based on our, well, just 2 times our damage stat. And the cool thing about it is it spawns them whenever the last one is used up, when there's an enemy target. So it has to be within a certain radius of an enemy to target it, but after it has targeted an enemy, it will just keep spawning them until it's dead, and just good. That increases both our own power and the power of our flies. Whereas Tears Up, for example, would increase our power, but not our flies' power. Okay. We'll go to the item room, see what we've got, and then I think we'll try and get a reroll. Health Up is, well, unfortunately, something we kind of need because of all the damage we've taken, but we're still not going to buy it. Tarot Card could be good. Tarot Card is going to double the effect of any card we use. So if we use this Temperance card, it's going to spawn 2 demons. Wow. You know, I'm starting to understand how it's harder to play things while talking about them, because you're just not paying quite as much attention. So, that was a waste of an item room that gave us a soul heart that we just threw away. So we are vulnerable to getting hit by a champion enemy that will do a full heart damage in one shot. But as you can see, Rotten Baby is just about doubling our effective damage per second. Honestly, maybe more, considering the amount of shots we're actually hitting. Either way, it's definitely significant enough increase that we are now killing each wave long before the next one spawns, which makes it there's less enemies on screen at a time, which means it's easier to actually land your shots and kill the next wave faster, because you don't have to spend as much time. You spend more time aiming instead of dodging. These take a while to kill, but since the last wave, there's no particular rush to kill them. Nothing else is fine. Was there anything we wanted to buy? I'm saving this Temperance card so we can get a bomb. I think we do unfortunately buy a Spirit Heart, but just one, and we still have stand-ins. That is a bomb. We like those. These are not items that are valuable to us, so we're going to spawn those. We're not playing those, we're moving all that up for a reroll and some light. Oh, Blood Clot. Blood Clot is mandatory because the entire reason we're playing is to unlock things, and Blood Clot is one of the things we need to pick up a few times. That exactly should have moved out of the way faster after it spawned on me. Still doesn't feel great. Come on, Rotten Baby Fly, do it! Okay, so Big Heart is what we're gonna use some lasers to kill the Stain. I think Stain is easier to dodge when you can't see it, because you just need to see the bullets. And Big Hunt, you can just get lasered from off screen. I don't think you're supposed to be able to get hit by lasers from enemies that are off screen, but it happens. Please target blue line. There we go. So I figured I'd rather dodge things that I can see than the things that I can't. Anyway, Front is dead, Stain is dead. I think it's time to... Uh-oh. Yeah, when you see that room, honestly, that one you just have to have either enough instincts that they just instantly die, enough damage that they instantly die, or just the instinct to just have done this room before and know right away you gotta move into the room and to the left or right real quick. We took damage from one like that on our previous run, where it happened to be, we did have the damage to kill it, but it happened to be a black bomb champion, and we were just not ready in time to make it go away. We got one of them dead, that's good, and the other's charged, so it's not charging us. Oops, okay, it's still charging us if there's no other things to charge. And Blood Clot, by the way, it's the thing that's making every second tier red and do a little extra damage. That red tier also has extra range. It's fine, but it doesn't actually affect our damage or range stats, which means it's not truly helpful to us. No way to buy that unless this happens to be an explosive diarrhea. Why not test it? Here, Hematemesis is nothing. It was a real long shot that was an explosive diarrhea that gave us a nickel there, and we made it over to the key bomb, and it gave us a penny there, which gave us 15 cents to buy an item. Oh, I almost walked over the thing there. An arrow, HP up. Okay, so you can get bone hearts. Oh no. Oh no. So let's just have the soul heart basically. Okay, so what just happened is there's a type of heart in one of the more recent expansions, like probably Afterbirth Plus, or even one of the update patches, called a bone heart, which, as you can see right now, is empty, but I could fill that up with a red heart, and then it would act like a red heart container until it was broken. I think I explained this in my previous video. But, as you saw there, Blue Baby can't pick up red hearts. Well, Blue Baby can't get red heart containers, but it turns out these bone hearts apparently can't be filled with red hearts either. I'm not going to kill those laser things right away, because they can kill other enemies for me. Because with these conditionally invincible enemies walking around, it can be a little hard to clear the waves in time, so having these around can keep down the number of enemies in the room. They're doing some work for me. You know what? I'm going to keep you. You've earned your place. Okay. If you die, you're on the road. I can't save you. Now, spot a poop over here. I think we've got literally like 2 cents from the poop. Okay, the room is full of stuff that I cannot quickly kill. Ooh, it's got a real bad floor in terms of invincible enemies. Okay, Jesus Christ, let's try to go over here to the left. Oh, okay. That was just... Under you're real lucky to get through the position I put myself in there, and we're not lucky enough. But we're going to buy Champion Belt, which is a significant damage up, and it is also going to provide us with that damage boost to our flies. So we're up to 6.78 now. From, I know the base rate for most characters is 3.5. Blue Baby has like a 1.05 damage multiplier. So not only is base damage, but any upgrades he gets hit a little harder than either of the others. And so I think that puts me at what, like, yeah, 3.85 base damage. So we've almost doubled our starting damage. Man, I have not played this game in a while, and I cannot believe I still remember all these tiny details. All I can say is that it's fun too. I watch, you know, YouTube videos of people knowing all the data about where the hits go and not just match bows or something like that. Is there anything we wanted here? Habit is nice, but we can't get it. Bomb. We want a bomb. We have a bomb. That's our first priority, right? Or no, we want to blow up these, I think. I don't think that we have enough speed to push that over to the other side, so then we can blow up this. And I think we blow up this for hypothetical money. Oh, wow, that is some hypothetical money indeed. With 2 keys, I think we open this. And it paid off alright. And I think we blow this up. BFF is going to increase the power of our familiars, but it doesn't actually... It makes Rotten Baby bigger, but it doesn't make the fly itself deal any more damage. Flat Penny is amazing, because that is the only key we will ever need. Because every time we pick up a penny from now on, it has a chance to spawn a key. Okay, let's check that video. I'm curious, if you have an empty bone heart, does that count as enough HP to stay alive? I ask because if we, for example, had 3 soul hearts and we traded them away, and just had the bone heart, after dealing with the double, would we be okie dokie? Let's see. Well, this. Sorry, I'll do adjust my arm a bit. I'm trying to like compression below cyborg powers, and I think the position I was in was getting me a little numbness in my left hand, so I may have to adjust a bit, get a little more blood circulation. It does make things more comfortable, but I don't want to be sending my arms to sleep. Krampus's head is, unfortunately, I think, better than the poop. Because the poop has provided us like 3 cents worth of value lifetime. Can't do anything there. With Blue Baby, I just don't think it's worth it to go to the curse rooms. Oh, I just noticed. I think there's a tinted rock in there. Also, I don't think we had a readily accessible way to get a fog. Okay. Good game. It was nice having a little challenge for a while, and now we have won. So this item, Epic Fetus, instead of shooting, we now spawn an, as the item description says, on-demand airstrike. It does, so it has some things in multipliers for base tier damage. Let's see, Rotten Baby, Blue Flies do double our tier damage. Krampus's head, I think, does a multiplier of it, things like that. Epic Fetus does a multiplier of our base tier damage as well. I'm just going to check what that is real quick, because I want to get that number just right. Epic Fetus Isaac. And I'm going to check how the stats work. Based off Dr. Fetus, the main villain from Super Meat Boy, creator McMillan's previous game. Yeah. Okay. It is what I thought. So the missiles deal 20 times Isaac's base tier damage. In other words, they're pretty good. Okay, so now instead of shooting it, so we could shoot an enemy 20 times, or we could just hit it with these once. The only downside is enemies like this that are conditionally hittable, but you can see what I did there. Is I sent it out before it was vulnerable so that it exploded afterwards. That was a bit of a wash. I was hoping the secret room would be there. Yeah, we've checked there, we've checked there. Okay, yeah, so it's gotta be down and to the left. It's the only thing it can be. I thought about getting car battery, but they do spawn fast at this point. We're gonna use Krampus. What hit me? I must have completely missed something. I think we'll use Krampus at that on wave like 6. Or like if they need it, so that we can have it available again in time for the boss fight. These are annoying, but they are really kindly lining up right at the time where my explosion is going to come. Oh, nice. You can see how absolutely massive the radius of the explosion is, too. Now I have to go. I don't want to play the video game. Mom, no! Okay, I'm just gonna do that, because I was definitely about to take damage there. Because I was shouting, Mom, help! I guess, in terms of the game... Oops. Game theory explanation for this is I shouted Mom's help, and Krampus's head did come to the rescue. So Krampus is now canon my mama. I have to resist the temptation to take car battery just because it's often good. And as I say that, I'm wondering why I need to resist that temptation, because it's going to make Krampus's head twice as powerful. Granted, Krampus's head is not the best item in the world, but you can get better ones, and then they'll also be twice as powerful. So again, Krampus's head, car battery is just so that whenever you use your active item, it triggers twice. Not trained. Clever, clever. Get up here. Really still a lot of help. Okay. I think this actually makes the boss easier than it is with normal tiers. Well, it makes everything easier than normal tiers, but easier to hit than with normal tiers, because when it's jumping, only that red part of its tail is vulnerable, which is really hard to hit with normal shots. But if you have a giant explosion radius, here we go. It's really easy to hit. So there's always a secret room. Okay. We don't have any super great uses for that, but we pop it here. And that's going to make a difference. One up to clean up. Goodbye. Now we get the hard choices. So empty vessel is going to make it so that whenever we're flying, whenever we have no red hearts, we have flying, and we occasionally become invincible. Guppy's tail gives us a chance to become Guppy. I I forgot the empty vessel gives us 2 black cards. I should have taken that in the other order, so that I could have 2 black cards after taking them. That said, at this point, a chance to be double guppy, I always love it. We are pretty late in the run, and the other effect have a high chance to turn a regular drop into a golden chest. Is not going to do anything at all in a game mode that has no regular drops whatsoever. So, I might have taken it, but I won't. Okay, this is amazing. This is going to turn our bombs into sticky bombs that stick to an enemy when they hit and spawn out spiders after they kill them. And we're not using our regular bombs whatsoever for combat. But, if I am not mistaken... Ooh, lucky. This also applies to our fetus shots. No, out of the way. Oops. So that next shot, you just gotta get far from you. Iron Bar is an extra 0.35 damage, which is not that much. But hey, when you multiply it by 20, it's an extra 7. That gives luck and keys. We don't need those things. Potato Peeler is going to let us turn red hearts into meat cubes. It is impossible for us to ever gain that. I think we checked this. For half a red heart. We have the Alga's Ring. We could use that to get out of here, but I don't think we do. Ace of Clubs, 2 of Clubs. Okay, there's a quick play here. Wow. And... wow. Oh, we did get Tarot Cloth. For some reason I thought that was on the previous run. So that means this Alga's Ring is going to last like 60 seconds instead of 30. That's very strong. We are going to take the D6 here, I think. There's a battery in that other room? No, there's a battery here. We're going to take this for extra reroll opportunities. And we're going to start fighting. Neither of those are good enough. The Infinity. That would reroll all our items right now. This does. This mimics the effect of taking damage without actually causing damage. We don't want either of those, so we're going to keep moving. Neither of those items here are things we want to buy, so we can reroll them. Heat Pockets lets us hold 2 things. I don't think that's worth it to us. But with an Alga's Ring that we might want to keep till the final boss, I actually am going to call that good enough, just because that way we can use other cards for them. What do we want here? Halo. We want Halo. I can see your Halo. Halo. Hierophant card is amazing. I can't think of any reason not to just pop it right now and fill up with health. Okay, technically the reason is if we find enough health to get up to full without it, then we can hold it and it's an extra 4 health on the boss. But I'm also a little worried about with the slot use of my play that we don't do that and we take damage 4 times and die without remembering to use it. That was a lot of invisible. So, okay, we killed out the invisible chaser. Let's get those out of the way. Oh, I didn't get the ghost though. Ghost, please. Ghost away. The problem is because they appear at random intervals, it's really difficult to successfully get rid of them. Unless you... okay, I think we got it. You just have to... because the timing... oh, we're invincible. Thanks to Incubescent. So the timing between when they become visible and when they go away is less than the time... oops. Oops. Less than the time it takes to get your shot to actually land. So you have to put your shot out before they become visible, but just hope that they pop up at just the right moment. Okay, I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna reroll this. And the nice thing about rerolling here... why did we get bonus stats there? Oh, because the Halo did thing. Rerolling here is, you can see that 7-cent item is still on discount. So whatever we reroll it into will also be on discount, which is nice. If we reroll with the regular machine, that discount would not stay. Yes, we should not have rerolled there because we should have waited until we saw the boss room. Also, optimally, we would have taken damage to in the way of 30. so that we could, at like wave 6, so that we could have a full charge, go reroll the items roughly, come back, do 6 more waves, get our item bar fully full, and be able to reroll the field with the double, or just at the end of the floor. Okay, we're invincible now. I can take my left hand off the keyboard and just focus on my true passion of murder, which is an art, and I don't appreciate people who, like, not respecting that. AWAS, Hugglewas, those aren't useful. Have a staircase or 2. Pick up a couple extra monies. We found the secret room already, so we don't need to go around bombing looking for it. Build this up. I'll take a battery. No, I'll take Post Tap. It makes us immune to explosions, and now we can just fire willy-nilly. It also makes it so that when we get hit by a bullet, we have a small chance, I don't know, like 15% or whatever, to not take damage, and instead it shoots back at the enemy that fired it. Not something you want to rely on, but just a little tiny defensive buff. Can't save you from running into things, but no one can save me from that. Okay, well, we have a tremendous amount of keys. I'm just getting hit by every explosion now because it amuses me to do so. And we're going to use I'm going to use my free rerolls with my item. Lose that black heart, but I still get half a soul heart. Yeah, I'm just going to use those rerolls. I'm not going to try and come back and reroll the 7-cent item. D20. That is a game break. I don't really want to break the game again. We could get every item in the game, you've seen it. It would help us get rubber cement, I think, if that's in this item pool. That's okay, we can move on. None of these are useful. Death damage up, that's good. Our luck is 1. This is also a chance for any given tier to be 4 tiers. That's a tiers up, I believe, or is that Pisces? They look so similar to me. Okay, I'm invincible now. I'm invincible, I'm immune to explosions. That's what Loki's Horn has a chance to do. It's based on your luck, so I think it's at 9 luck that it becomes guaranteed every time. Or maybe 14. Ooh, maybe Mom's Horn is 9 luck, and you have both Loki's Horns benefits from the infinite chance as well. Wow, an Isaac nerd. Okay. I keep getting worried about blowing them up close to myself until I remember it. I'm here to say it. Maybe I just keep the bombs by myself and walk next to them. It's kind of fun. Or I just don't play the game anymore. Oops, I should have gone back to use my rerolls. But I didn't. And I want these items anyway. That is Pisces, that is Tears Up. Ooh, we just saw an item that isn't good, but we're going to take it. And this is one of the rare situations where it might be good. So this is going to make all our tiers. It's going to double the effects, but you can see they're doing diagonally, and it's a little hard to steer. Okay, this is fun. Let's see if we can get enough money to get another one. Oh my. I'm trying to figure out if I can turn my keyboard diagonally so this lines up with what I want it to. And the answer is yes, I just have to figure out which direction to turn. Okay, that's not it. Okay, so that's up left. So if I rotate my keyboard, okay, now the directions I'm moving these are all lined up with how they're physically oriented under my fingers. Fingers is the sequel to Fingers. Fingers are out, fingers are boring, fingers are the new product everyone is excited about. Oh my gosh, I have infinite bombs! For the rest of this floor, I can blow up anything I want! It's amazing! Ah! Power at my fingertips, fingertips, I've upgraded. This is going to be from 7.46 damage to 8.46, which is a, 1 damage upgrade. Not that impressive. A 20 damage upgrade. Pretty good. Oh, we have to killed the heart yet? We have to kill the heart before we damage that. We appear not to have killed the heart. Up there. Ooh, occasional bonus targets. So as you can see, the whiz, it's harder to hit, but it does double our damage when we hit, which against small enemies is not that relevant, but against big ones is nice. There is literally nothing we can do with these 2 cents on this floor. We found the secret room. The only tiny possibility is that spawns. Good aiming. That spawns a. Crawl space. Lower the ladders down, and we even eliminated every single one of those, so it's just not possible. Boom, 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 boom. Single boom. Booms them all. Okay, Boomer. That's what I'll call this video. It's perfect. It's because it's like the meme or the cultural thing, and I'm a cultural thing, so perfect. Oh, we're not invincible. I have to play the game now. Mom. Back in my day, we didn't have invincibility all the time. We have to play the game all the time. Kids these days, which I also roleplay this one, I'm running down a couple people on stream right now. Kids these days just want constant invincibility. They want, even explosions all the time. It's good enough for them. They just want the bosses to die. Shoot instant chaos card. And boom. Alright, invincible. Something important. Young people. Minecraft was bad because it was a good thing, but now they're slightly older, so it's good because it's the people who used to be a good thing. Oops, I hit the wrong button there. I don't move diagonally, I just shoot diagonally. Yeah, can you imagine an item that gave me like a bunch of power boosts, but also turned the movement diagonal? That would be a trick. Autolaser is a good thing for us. But it was music. Okay, we're in. We also do have this obvious round that is going to. There's like 60 seconds of invincibility at some point. We're gonna use that on the second phase of the boss, which you actually only have a hard mode. So if this is your first time fighting Ultra Greed, you're not going to have to worry about the second phase. You kill him, he looks like this, and you kill him. Congrats, you won. It's only, sorry, not like we're 3-year mode, which wasn't originally in the game. It was, I think, Afterbirth introduced Greed mode, and Afterbirth also introduced Greed mode. And we're done playing the game for a little while. Okay. Oh. Okay. 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 That is probably literally the most times I have said that phrase ever. I'm aware that people say it. It's not been a part of my life, probably because I don't get out that much these days. And I don't stick with anything else. I plan to change this at some point. Just been some very circumstances that have led me spending a lot of time in my apartment. It is time to take it go. Bye-bye. I'm going to use this Alger's room at some point. I just want to see this enemy is taking a lot of hits to kill. Yeah, I'm done. Wow. I don't think this will finish the fight, but it's a start. So, boy, I'm sure saying something. You notice, even though each of our shots is theoretically dealing 160 damage twice, the boss does not appear to be getting hit for that much. And don't worry, it's not because the boss has 75,000 health. It only has, I'm going to say, like 3,000-4,000 range, which is theoretically 10 double shots of this. But it has something called armor scaling, where basically it kind of tries to balance the game a little bit by saying if you don't do very much damage, you do your full damage. But if you're doing a lot of damage, it's going to reduce it by a percentage up down to like, I think down to like 5% if you don't have tremendous. But the basic point is you have to be able to doing more damage still. The formula is calculated so doing more damage still helps you kill the boss faster, but not as much faster. So the boss is still going to take a long time to fight unless you just have really, truly, ridiculously powerful stuff. Honestly, we could probably just stop dodging and oh wait. Every single attack this boss does, except the lasers, is an explosion, which we're immune to. So we just need to move out of the way of the lasers and not let them step on us. And we're fine. Okay, that's the boss. Alright, we've unlocked a trinket that isn't very good, that we should have unlocked before. We're going to fill up the food machine, not because it serves any functional purpose, but because why not? Let's see if we can get it up a second time. And with that successful dive into the chest, we have completed another run of the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I can go on the checklist here. I go okay, I can cross off Ultra Creed Baby. And I can add another like tick mark to our blood clot pickups. So now, I think I know what challenge we want to go for next time. And it's going to be a bit of a tricky one. I'm excited to give it a shot. I'm going to leave that for another day, and in the meantime, thank you very much for watching MusicalConman by the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. I hope you've enjoyed this terrible, terrible audio. God, I listened to one of my videos for a minute today just to check something, and wow, the microphone is weird. You know, my own voice doesn't sound like it does in my head, but I'm starting to feel more okay with it. Wow, these credits are... Let's appreciate these real quick. Danielle McMillan was the tester. That's the main creator's wife. Lots of contributors here. A little drama with some of Niantic. I think some of the people who worked on this, like basically one of the bosses, didn't treat people very well, but that is not the fault of all the people who work for him or whoever these contributors are, so big shout out to all these people. Oh, these contributors, these are people who made mods for the game, booster packs that were then officially added into the game because the creators really liked those ideas, and you know, with the mod maker's blessing, wow, my brain froze there. With the mod maker's blessing, they put them in the game for more. Okay, thank you very much for watching. That's the end of the video. Farewell.